Hello everyone, and welcome to quite a long overdue, I guess, episode of the United Gamedom podcast. This is the first episode that we have done since the end of January, so it's basically been nearly a 10-month one. I wanted to do one during E3, but unfortunately, just, time commitments and stuff like that, I just never got around to doing one. But I was in the mood to do one now, and I have a good old friend with me to do with it, as of course, Mr. Dennis Boye. Hello Dennis, how you doing this week?
Yeah, hi, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. On vacation.
As am I.
Yeah, we're both on vacation. And really excited for midnight tonight, when I get to play my most anticipated game of 2015.
StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void?
No, Tomb Raider. No, my favorite series, pretty much my favorite series since a little while, Fallout 4 coming out at midnight tonight. You get to play it before me, you bastard, but I'll get to play it at midnight my time, Eastern time, but you're on European time, so you'll get to play it 5 hours before me.
Yeah, Greenwich Mean Time. I'll get to play it in about less than 5.5 hours as of this recording now. It's at 20. It's basically 25 to 7 here now, so it is. By the time this will go up, the game will be out because I'll probably have this up Tuesday. So well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're just a mere hours away from one of the biggest releases of the year. Judging from the reviews, it seems to be, it's pretty much Fallout. It's pretty much Fallout 3, but with a whole extra bit of stuff, and still retains the same jackiness that you come to expect from Bethesda open world games.
Yep. Which I guess everybody is used to. I'm used to it. I don't know if you're used to it, but
I'm used to it now though. Like, it doesn't really bother me per se though. Like, I think they make great open worlds, but their whole, their animations and stuff with models and stuff like that has never been the greatest. Like, going back to Oblivion though, like, that game looked amazing in terms of its world back in 2006, but when you look at the models, pretty ugly.
Yeah, I think it's the same for this one.
Pretty much the same way though. Like, those models don't look great in the Fallout games. They look stilted and just, like, they just pretty much look the same that there's always been for the past like 10 years. But like, no one, like, some people want, I want on-span graphics. I don't fucking, this sucks, I don't care. Fuck this, it has lousy graphics, but I don't really go into these games for the, high visual technical graphics, the technical tour de force or whatever. Now I always come for is the world interesting to explore, is the characters and the quests interesting and things like that.
I wouldn't say it has lousy graphics.
No, it doesn't have lousy graphics, but it's not like, compare this to The Witcher.
Yeah, or compare this to Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, of course. I mean, yeah. I think the map is bigger than MGS. like MGS, they're going to have different, Africa and different places, Afghanistan that you go to that are smaller areas. But in this, it's a big open area. Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts. So I think you can kind of give them a pass on that. People who get hung up on that and say, "Oh man, this breaks the game for me. I don't want to play this." Well, I mean, you're missing out on something really great. So, I mean, I didn't find Skyrim that bad. Did you? I mean, on PC it looked pretty stellar, in my opinion. It looked pretty
Yeah,
good.
like back then, it's still like it was pretty much an updated version of the engine that did I think that was called like they used like the Gamebryo engine before, and I think this one like the kid made it they called the Creation engine or something like that.
Hmm.
But I still think they probably still use some of the same assets from their previous engines they've used, and it's pretty much I'm sure this is probably just a updated version of the engine they've used to create Skyrim. So Skyrim's pretty much the last game they've made. This studio, and that's 4 years ago now.
I mean,
4 years ago, pretty much this week.
yeah, I mean they have like two of the top two of my three favorite RPGs of all time. So, probably in my top five favorite games of all time or top 10 for sure. I mean, Skyrim and Fallout 3 are my two favorite RPGs of all time. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to Fallout 4. I know it's going to be spectacular and fantastic and everything I've seen, like the videos so far and everything. It keeps the Fallout, the Fallout, I guess, flavor going, with the VATS. It's changed a little bit, but, I mean, it's still VATS and it's still, bloody mess, and it's still, the stranger that comes up and shoots the guy sometimes, it's the same thing. So I'm excited. I want to play that game badly.
Yeah, it's like pretty much it looks the same. Like if you loved Fallout 3, then you'll probably love this.
Yeah. It's pretty much Fallout 3, but with the new coat of paint on it and a couple of new things,
That's pretty much what people are saying. They could still be getting great reviews now, like, for the most part. I'm sure there'll probably be reviews eventually that says, this is not that great. It's average, at best or whatnot. It's just it doesn't do anything new into the open world formula. It's just pretty much the same game you played, but like as you said, a new coat of paint. Like some people would consider that a con, and like they have their own opinions, though. But you never know. Like it's just everyone has their own opinion.
I mean, every series is the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, Mario. It's the same thing. It's the same game, pretty much. The same code. The same stuff. Mario is still a platformer, and Call of Duty is still a shooter, deep down. So I mean, people who complain about that should go play something else. I don't know. Just my thoughts on the thing.
And it's kind of weird though that this year Call of Duty Black Ops is sort of kind of gone and went, really.
Yeah.
Come and gone. Like it's just like no one's talking about it.
Black Ops 3. I mean, it's coming out. In between.
Came out there last Friday there, and like but like.
Was it? Like, it was last Friday, wasn't it?
It was last Friday. It came out. Yeah.
Man, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
And the reviews have been so, I guess. It's like, the multiplayer is still fine, though, but the campaign's boring, and if you're in for I pretty much only play those games for the campaign.
Yeah, exactly.
The campaign's not that great. It's like, I'm not going to bother getting it.
If you're in it for the campaign like you and I are, we don't play multiplayer, so it's like I haven't played multiplayer until since Black Ops 1. I mean, really, a whole lot of multiplayer since Black Ops 1. So, I mean, I don't necessarily care for the multiplayer.
Like I played like a good, not a good chunk, but like a good fair bit of the Advanced Warfare multiplayer though, and I actually got pretty decent at by my level of skill, because usually for the most part I just like I get 5 kills and like 25 deaths or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But usually, like, I've done pretty good, not kill death ratio during the end there. But I said, just how the games came out then, I just never really played it though. Like I said, yeah, I got my money's worth. It was enjoyable while it lasted though, but I like to play other games, as opposed to some people out there who tend to just play that game for months on end and play very little.
Call of Duty and Madden.
Yeah, and like GTA and games like that. There's those crowd that just play those games and play them for months on end. They play very little else, and that's why they get great at those games and leave everyone else like you and me in the dust.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for a while. I'm with Fallout 4, and I haven't even finished Metal Gear Solid 5, so I still have a whole lot of gaming before getting into Call of Duty and whatever, and Rainbow Six coming out in about 3 weeks. So
yeah, which will probably be the last game that I will get this year.
Yeah, me too, probably. This should probably be it.
There's a few games coming out now. Well, there's
Battlefront. We forgot
Battlefront is coming out, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to get it or not. Like, I played the beta, and it was like, it's fine, but I don't see myself buying this and release.
I need to see more. Like, I need to see more about the co-op and what you do in the co-op and stuff like that.
Like, the co-op stuff's mainly like waves, like kind of you have your horde mode or whatever, like your wave based stuff, kind of like most other games tend to do nowadays. I think that's kind of what the co-op stuff is with this game.
And I think there's no single player at all, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, because I remember playing the original Battlefront games on the Xbox and playing through the single player of them.
Yep.
Which were fun. But nope, they're not part of this. It's basically, your multiplayer. Yeah, there is single player. You can play it solo, but it's not like, have like a single player like campaign thing now like those games do. But it's just basically, you solo do those like wave based like modes or whatever they are now. Like, there's various modes. I don't know exactly what all of them are now, but because I haven't been really looking up at this game though. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure on it. I can probably wait. Price drop.
And there's no game tie-in to the movie Episode 7. So
no.
I don't know what's happening with that. That's kind of weird.
There's a map there. One of the maps.
Yeah, one of the planets.
Planets has a map in this game now. But that's practically it. But yeah, because remember I think the last Star Wars tie-in game of a movie was Episode 3, and that game wasn't that great, because I remember playing it.
Me too, yeah. I played that game too.
It was just pretty much
it's kind of horrible.
Lord of the Rings. If you played those Lord of the Rings EA games back in the PS2 era, it's pretty much that.
Yep.
Worse. But yeah, and Tomb Raider is out tomorrow as well, and it's been getting good reviews as well.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I am not going to get it tomorrow, mainly because I'm waiting on the PC version, which I think some people are going to be on that thing. I'm going to wait on the PC version or the PS4 version.
Yeah. It's an Xbox One exclusive, so for the moment anyway. It's going to come out later, but
yeah, it's a few months. It's like early 2016, I believe, for PC, and this next year, like a year from now, for the PS4.
Man.
So
yeah.
For those who don't have an Xbox One, we have a PS4 and not a great PC, then you're shit out of luck.
Yep.
Because I know people out there who are not going to necessarily just get the Xbox One out just for this game now. I'm sure there is some, but others are not going to bother. Like, I like to play it though, but I kind of wish it was out on the PC at the same time, because I played the reboot on the PC when I got my graphics card and played through it, and man, it was great. I loved it playing through it. It looked gorgeous on the PC. I'm
kind of happy it's not out at the same time, because I'm gonna dedicate all my time to Fallout, and I can't wait for Tomb Raider at the beginning of 2016. To play it.
Yeah, and there's a few games coming out anyway though early next year. Like there's a Division, there's Uncharted 4, and a few other games as well. Like Mirror's Edge is supposed to out, but it got delayed. But I'm not particularly really anticipating that game because
I'm not. I
I'm
mean,
not
I'm not even hyped for Uncharted, to be quite honest, because 3 left a very, very sour taste in my mouth. So, yeah.
yeah, and all the sort of problems that games sort of been having with it's like people leaving and stuff like that. It's like I'm not so sure what that game's gonna be like
Yeah,
when
that's
it
right.
comes
Yeah.
out
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
I'd be curious to know how it is. Like I'll probably get it eventually though, but again, yeah. Charter 3 wasn't like a bad game, but compared to 2 it was drop down in my estimation.
It wasn't a bad game except that fucking part with the boats. Then it
Yep.
was a horrible game.
Yeah, that once I got to that part, the shipwreckage part, that
Yep.
kind of killed it for me though.
That made me hate that game
And
a
just
whole lot.
never really got off from that there. That just pissed me off to no end, that part.
Yep.
And like I don't really recall any part in Uncharted 2 that like pissed me off to that extent.
Nope,
I'm sure there was
never.
parts that were annoying though, but I don't remember ones that
Not as annoying.
screw this game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really bad. The shipwreckage part was really, really bad. Really annoying and bad, and I don't know. That killed the game for me. So, I mean, Uncharted, yeah, it's cool, it's coming out and all that. Might be unnecessary. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
But yeah, it's a sequel. Some sequels are necessary.
Yep.
Some of them are not.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a big day tomorrow. 3 big releases. So like I said, it's Fallout 4, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, which is like one that like you and I just could not care about because I don't like real-time strategy games.
I played some StarCraft when it was launched, and that's pretty much it. I never touched it afterwards.
StarCraft 2?
StarCraft 2, yeah, because I suck at it, so I stopped playing after a while. But yeah.
I do remember getting the starter pack where for StarCraft 2 like a year or two later or something. You can get it from Battle.net, and basically you could play like the first like block of missions of the campaign. I played the second mission and just got devoured because I'm not one of those guys who can think 5 steps ahead or whatever now. And I prefer to play, if I were to play like a turn-based, I'd rather play a turn-based strategy game than an real-time strategy game, like something like Civilization or XCOM or something along those lines now.
XCOM, that's another one that's coming out this year, right?
No, it got delayed.
Yeah, that's right, next year. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, pretty much the same as last year. A lot of games got delayed.
Yep.
Till 25th, 2016.
I'm just happy Fallout's coming out. Honestly. To be quite honest.
Nothing that, and like nothing really like got delayed is like, oh man. I think apart from maybe Zelda.
Yeah, for you.
That's probably the only ones like, oh man, I kind of wish this came out, but there wasn't a whole lot of that shown though since then. But I don't think there's anything.
I'm not even sure that game's gonna come out in 2016. That Zelda game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, people are speculating that that's not going to be on the Wii U. They're
probably going to be on the NX.
Which that would be a surprise because that would be the first Zelda game on a home console. If it does, it'll probably end up being a Twilight Princess or the other. Or have it on the Wii U, but also have it on the NX, or they might just scrap it entirely for the Wii U and put it on the NX or something.
Depending on if the NX is a home console and not a tablet or a phone or something.
Yeah, whatever it is, we don't know. We'll probably find out more about it next year anyway at E3.
Yep.
So we will.
Yep.
But what else is coming out this year? There's say Star Wars Battlefront. There's Rainbow Six Siege. There's Just Cause 3.
I cannot believe people like that fucking game. To be quite honest, I played Just Cause 2, and I was like, okay, why do people like this? Really?
Because it's just basically a playground to go around and make things explode and just do all sorts of crazy stuff. Though, like attached to, jump on from one car to another, jump from a plane to a helicopter and stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, the ultimate action man fucking playground, pretty much. I remember playing the first one. I got bored. Played the second one. Got it when it came out. Got bored. I have no interest in the third.
Yeah, I got.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does look nice.
But I just feel like it's just I'd rather play other games.
I got to a point. I got to a point in 2 when I kept getting killed, and I was like, "Yep, fuck this, I'm done." There's absolutely no fucking story whatsoever. Not an interesting story any. So
No.
I was like, "Yep, no, I'm done. I've had enough of this."
Yeah, it's basically it's basically a game. It's just has like little to no story. It's just all about like the gameplay and characters and like the explosive playground. It's pretty much like Mercenaries now, so it is.
But Mercenaries was good. Well, two.
First one,
yeah. 2 was
great.
garbage, but first one was incredible.
Yes,
for sure.
It was a very good game.
Yep.
Really enjoyed it. And there's another game that's coming out and that I'll eventually probably get, but I'm not going to get it probably at launch because it's a Wii U game and it's the follow-up to a game that came out in the Wii called Xenoblade Chronicles. It's Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I'm not going to end up doing 100, end up playing that game and then realize, oh, it's just basically the same, where I have to go around and do 50 million side quests to level up.
Persona 5 is next year, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's summer next year, like in Japan. I think. I don't know if it's going to be the same in the West here.
I know what Derek's most anticipated game for next year is.
Yes. Dark Souls 3 is one of mine at the moment, though,
Yep.
but I'm not
Yeah,
entirely
that's
sure. Like, there's other games, so I'm looking forward to, but I have to.
I don't even know
Like
which.
No Man's Sky is out next June.
That remains to be seen, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'll say I'll probably come out the week of E3 since it tends to be usually a big game. A lot of people looking forward to comes out around E3 time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Division. There's Uncharted 4. I'm not entirely sure what else is coming out next year. Like got delayed XCOM.
I would say Division is my most anticipated so far. But even that, I'm like, yeah, it looks good. There's nothing like that grabs me and oh my god, I can't wait to play that. Not like Fallout 4 or something. It's like, oh yeah.
I really hope
cool.
that game does not get delayed again. So, it's delayed to like August or something, and that'll be 4 E3s in a row. That game will probably be shown then. If that's the case. That game's been shown for the last 3 E3s, and the game's still not out.
Going into Last Guardian territory.
At least it was shown at E3.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
Last Guardian was shown like once, and then went away for fucking 6 years.
Yep.
So yeah, and that's of course another one, Last Guardian.
You think your game's coming out next year, or is it going to be 2017?
Shenmue 3.
Yeah.
It's said December 2017 on Kickstarter.
Okay.
It's like even it's going to make that date.
Okay.
I'll be plenty surprised if it comes out, but I'll say it's going to be 2018 at the very least.
Wow, that's
Shenmue 3.
That's still a ways off.
Yeah. But heck, I waited long enough already for Shenmue 3. I can wait a few years longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what the games are we've been probably be getting though in the near future.
Yep.
But let's get to what we've been playing over the last month or so now. I'm not going to go through every game we played since fucking January, because if we did, then we'd be here for
Yeah.
12 hours.
Exactly.
How about you go first, Dennis? Because I'm sure you're going to try to think what games you'd be playing off the top of your head.
Yeah, well, I guess I should, off the top of my head, a game that's, has been taking most of my time for a while now is Metal Gear Solid 5. A game which I had absolutely no interest in playing. At the very beginning, I was like, it's Metal Gear or whatever, I don't care about the story for Metal Gear. I don't care about much of anything for that game. For
And
that series.
you only played 4, though. You've never played any of the other ones.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't played. I didn't even play Ground Zeroes, so it's kind of. I was like, okay, well, that I saw people play it and talk about it and listen to the podcast and everything. Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's great, it's great, it's great." And I was playing Mad Max at the time, and enjoying it, but it's not that fantastic. It's okay, but it's not.
You
that
never
great.
finished it, did you?
No, I didn't. It was getting way too boring. But yeah, I said, okay, well, I'll give it a shot. It was like, I think, $40 on CD keys, so I got it and played it, and I absolutely love it. It's a fantastic game. It's a really, really good game, even if you're not into the whole Metal Gear lore and everything. I think it's a really, really great game. Open world game.
But that's the thing with this game, though. If you're coming into this game expecting the same kind of, crazy cutscene, cinematic style that you've come to know and love from the Metal Gear Solid series before, you're going to be very disappointed because that's not going to be. This is more about the gameplay than anything else this time around, more than the, the cutscenes and the interaction between characters and that there.
And if you're like me and you don't care and you want a good open world video game, this is pretty much up your alley because it's fantastic. The action is really great. The open world is fantastic. All sorts of stuff that can happen during missions. Like I can play a mission and it'll turn out completely different from what you're gonna do and what other people are gonna do, and it's great. I mean, it's great to see other people how they go through the same mission. And been watching Metal Gear Scanlan and seeing what he's been doing during certain missions that I've already done, and I'm like, wow, he got through that part way easier than I did, or way
or
tougher.
vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. It took him forever to get through that part, and I did it in like 2 minutes and very easily, or stuff like that. And it's cool to check out what other people have been doing, and there's so much stuff in this game, so many things to build on, your base and your weapons and your everything. You can change your weapons constantly, you can upgrade them, you can modify them, and it's really great. It's a really, really great game. Story wise, I don't really care what's going on, but it's the gameplay is tremendous. It's really great. Really awesome.
Yeah, I definitely agree with those comments you made there. Like, I do think it's a great game, though. Do I think it's game of the year? Probably not, though. But I still think it is one of the best games of the year, though. Like,
yeah,
it's basically Kojima's swan song to the series, though, because he's gone now from Konami, and we're not sure what the future has, what the future is in store for the series now. Is Konami still going to do it now without Kojima? Are they just going to milk it dry, or are they just going to lay it to rest like they have various other series like Silent Hill or Castlevania and the like?
Well, now Konami is going into slot machines.
Yeah,
so
like
pachinkos and all that. Yeah,
mobile stuff and things like that now.
Yep.
But yeah, Metal Gear, like, I got it when it came out. I got on the PS4 because my Grind sale was on it, so I just get transferred over and get like a few extra things. Not really that much, but it's just worth it anyway. I played it for like the first couple of weeks and finished it and got like the the true ending and like the quiet ending and stuff like that. And that was like, yep, I've had my fill of this game. I played it for 40 to 50 hours probably, and it's like, yep, I'm not going to be like Dan Reichert now, who's fucking, flipping probably 100 plus hours into it.
Yeah, but Dan loves that series. I mean, he's like me with Fallout, so.
Yeah, I guess so. But the thing I find strange is some people, when I see some comments to like related to Metal Gear Solid videos, it's like, I put like 60 hours, 90 hours into this game, and I've not even finished chapter 1. And it's like, really?
What?
What have you been doing?
Yeah, well, I'm, what?
That
Okay, I have to admit, I'm at 45 hours maybe, and I'm at chapter 20. Well, is it episode 20 or
mission 20.
mission 20? Yeah, I'm at
Okay.
mission 20 right now, and I'm 45 hours in. So I've been doing a whole lot of side quests and a whole lot of prisoner rescues and all that stuff because that's fun. It's really fun to do. I think the missions are too straightforward compared to the side ops. So, I've been doing a ton of side ops and, going around and upgrading my stuff, and I'm probably way over leveled for most of the missions I'm doing right now. Like, I have stuff that can, I basically do missions without getting killed once. So, or I even did some missions without even getting spotted once. Of course, I take my time, which costs me in the end with the evaluation.
That's the big thing though. Like basically, if you want to get like the best rankings in this game, you have to be kind of quick.
Yeah.
But not get like spotted or killed or anything like that. Now, it's be like the biggest factor into getting an S rank in this game is time.
Yep.
More than anything.
Which sucks.
You can do like
in
in 5
opinion.
minutes, you get like loads of points.
Yeah.
And if you take 40 minutes and do like everything else, so just like you do the various, secret objectives and stuff like that, and get through like, oh, I did that without getting spotted, without getting shot at, getting killed and all that there, and then you get like a B or an A ranking. It's like, that sucks.
That's pretty much what I've been getting, like B's and A's, mostly A's, but so a couple of B's here and there. Not a whole lot of C's. I haven't gone under C, so that's good. But
I never got anything under C in the entire game.
yeah, me too.
Derek
so
got
far.
a few D's, I believe, but I never got anything under a C.
I haven't got anything under C for now anyway. But yeah, I mean mostly A's. But it pisses me off because it's kind of, I don't even get spotted. I don't even get killed. I don't even I go in there and do mission and I don't even get spotted or anything. And oh, here's an A. Why can't I get a fucking S? I think that deserves an S or something.
Like I think it's 130,000 points you need to get an S now, so it is.
Yeah, I
If you
didn't
get
figure. Yeah.
more than that, then you get one though. And the thing is though, like I got a few S's now, and basically I got an S at the final mission of chapter 1 now, and where you fight a boss. And basically the only reason I got an S in that one is because the boss kind of crapped out on me, where I just I just went in the vehicle and just shot with the weapons that was on the vehicle, and just stood there and soaked it down. It didn't do nothing. It didn't attack me or anything though. I was like, okay. It kind of just bugged out on me or something there.
Oh, that's cool.
And I finished that mission I was like, it was my third attempt now, because like I died or whatever the first few times. I think this was my third attempt and just stood there. I was like, okay, I've done this in like 2 minutes and got loads of points because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Which mission is that?
It's mission 31.
31. Holy shit, I'm far.
Yeah, that's the last mission of chapter 1 now.
Okay.
And then afterwards, after that, there are certain missions that are new, but also then you have versions of missions you've done before, where you go in subsisted missions, where you basically go in with no gun, you don't have your loadout, you have to go and get them from the guards and things like that.
You have to do those?
You don't need to do those, because if you did have to do those to progress the story, I would not have finished this game.
Yeah, I agree. I would have stopped there. I would have said nope.
I would have definitely stopped if it's like, nope, you have to do these in order to progress with the main story. I would have been like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I did not want to do those again.
Were you more stealthy, or were you more run and gun in your missions?
I was trying to be more stealthy though. Like, that's because if you try to be, because the fact is sometimes when you get caught though, there's like 20 enemies around you, and you're like, no fucking point. You're just gonna get gunned alive.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get done down just like that.
Yeah.
But I try to be more like, stealthy approach, go in though, and if I did get caught and it was like, a couple of guys, it's gas square, just shoot them though, take them out with a tranquilizer and, extract them out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what I tended to do, though. Like, once I had the trank, modified the sniper rifle with the suppressor and that there, and then like with quad to do it as well, and like D-Dog one has like stun knife and things like that as well.
Mhm.
Try to be more to that approach so you can get like more soldiers to extract now.
Yeah, that's how I'm going. Everything is I have everything silenced and stun. I have like stun stuff for both of my weapons and a silenced sniper. So
Yeah.
I'm going really really quiet for everything. So
Yeah, but like there is people out there probably would go for the more shooter approach. You just go in and just like gun down, and that probably will work though if you have like great weapons and can take cover and stuff like that though. But
I think
sometimes
that's how
not the best
Dan
approach.
plays the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's done some of the stealth though, because there's some sections where you need to pretty much go through stealth, or else you're just not gonna survive at all.
Yeah, exactly. And others
Yeah.
you need to go in shooting because you're not gonna you're not gonna do it stealth. So
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know how the hell Drew did that mission where you have to get the truck, and it's surrounded by those I don't know how you call them, the fog soldiers or whatever.
Oh, the skulls.
The skulls, yeah. Did you see that one where you had to?
I not really been watching it to be honest though.
He gets to the truck and he Fultons the truck and never gets spotted. He just Fultons it out and the ghosts don't even see him, and he just escapes and never got caught. I was like, fuck, man. It took me like 7 or 8 times to do that fucking mission.
I never did that myself.
I was like, damn, that's good.
But I don't know if I had the ability to extract vehicles at that time when I tried that mission.
Okay.
I might not have.
You didn't upgrade it. Yep.
I didn't have it at that time, I believe. I forget
Okay.
exactly. Like how to do it the proper way.
I tried doing it, but they kept shooting down the balloon because I kept getting caught, so I couldn't Fulton it. So I tried driving it out, and then they shot the truck. And man, the only way I did it is I had D-Horse. I Fultoned the truck. I brought the truck somewhere else, Fultoned it, then got on D-Horse and rode him out of there, and I finally finished the mission.
What mission are you currently on? What was the last mission you did?
I'm on 20. I have to go rescue the leader of the children there. Like
you have to extract the White Mamba. Is that the one you're on?
Is it White Mamba? His name? I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, I have to the leader of the children.
Yeah.
They tell me
to.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is the White Mamba mission.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great game. There's some missions though, if you actually end up going through the game, I don't know if you'll ever gonna go and actually finish the game, but there's a few missions that will annoy you.
Oh, I'm sure.
Especially the last proper mission in the game is really annoying.
Yeah, I'm sure there are gonna be a couple of them. I'm sure. I never used the chicken hat yet, but
No,
we'll see.
I did not. Yeah, I haven't used one though. But like I had the ability to use the chicken hat in that last mission because I had to try it numerous times. It was a real pain. So it was.
I'll go back to it maybe during the holidays or something. When I'm done with Fallout, I'll go back to that one.
Yeah, it's a great game though.
It is.
I really did enjoy it though. Just playing the going and stealth approach and especially it just really annoys you sometimes. You just go in and it's like, this has been going so perfectly thus far, and all of a sudden once you escaping or something, and boom, this guard just saves you and screws up. It's like fuck. Like that really annoyed me at times, because you just want to go in and just have the whole thing perfect though. No cuts, no retries, no getting caught or anything at all. But there's always one guard that you didn't see at all, just spots you and it's screwed up then.
And then you have no clear shot to him. It's like, oh crap.
Yeah. It's behind a flipping bar, a pole or something. You have to move and that wastes time with the reflex and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then Quiet takes him down.
Yeah.
So you're safe. Yeah, it's a really good game. Really, really great game. Besides that, I've been playing something you've been playing also, Life is Strange.
Yes, I
You pretty much
I
played them one
I
behind.
pretty much played not one after the other. Like I pretty much played them all in the week. So I did.
Yeah.
I think I started last. I'm gonna check the dates here now. Um, I started on the 1st November, which was last Sunday, a week ago,
Mhm.
and basically played them and finished it on the 5th. Because I finished the last 2 episodes together, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was the day I was off.
Okay.
Pretty much like at the end of episode 4, I was like, yep, I'm gonna have to. I want to know how this ends.
Yeah. It's it's a very good series. Like the first couple of, I'd say maybe the first 2 episodes, the writing is kind of weird. Like it's kind of I'm not sure about this. It's good, but yeah, I'm not totally aboard.
Yeah, like the first, I enjoyed all of the episodes. Like, but the first one it does is kind of a bit like one of those American teen dramas.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that this is done by a French team.
Yeah, exactly. Is that I think it's the Montreal team that did it.
No, it's Don't Nod.
Yeah, Don't Nod. Yeah, that's not Montreal. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, once you get to episode 3, and the ending to is it episode 2, where the ending is kind of you just go whoa, okay, and then you get to 3 and you get to make a big decision. I can't remember if it's
No, episode 3 is where you go back in time and change a certain event.
Yeah, okay.
That occurred. And then, of course, that's what you do in this game to write, but a certain big event that caused the sort of, like this, and then it made this ripple effect happen then.
Yep.
And then you go back to, and you see this other person, and then you see the consequences of going back and changing that event. It's like, yep, damn.
Yep. I mean,
then
the ending of 3 was like, oh my god, okay.
And then there's a choice in episode 4, the first big choice. It kind of works the same way in this here that it does, in the Telltale games.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's certain little wee choices now, but then there's like these like kind of big choices where it's like choose this option or choose this option. And the first one in episode 4 is quite that's a big one. And I remember seeing people say it like without basically saying what it is when it came out a few months ago, and it's like, wow, that choice in that first choice is a real punch in the gut or whatever. It's like, damn. And some people are saying, yeah, I had to fucking consider it I had to sit there for 10 minutes contemplating and stuff like that. As people just like, there's a big choice to make.
Yeah, it took me a while when I got to that choice, because I played them like when they came out, each and every time. I didn't play them back to back like you did. I played them as they came out.
Yeah, because I was very much interested in this game when I first saw the first trailer back at the start of the year. I was like, yep, I'm going to get this game.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I want to wait until most of the all episodes out, because that's pretty much the way I work now, especially with the Telltale games.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like, getting it from the get-go and then having to, like, how long am I going to have to wait for this next episode or whatnot now? And, like the fan, like, just before I go back into Life is Strange, like the last episode of Game of Thrones is out this month.
Yep.
The last episode of it came out in July.
Exactly, yeah. They're not really... At least I think Don't Nod was every 3 months. They were pretty much on the dot with every 3 months they released
every couple of months. I think the first few episodes came out like 1 month after the other, or like a month and then like 2 or 3 months, and then that's pretty much what it was afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but that decision at the beginning of episode 4, I was like, yeah, I had to put down my controller and was like, okay. But you can rewind afterwards to see what happens, right? Can you rewind? I can't remember.
That's one I believe you do not have to.
Yeah, that's right.
Rewind,
yeah.
Because I remember choosing an option, and it's like, and then you basically have to focus on the photo. And that's it. You can't go back then.
Yeah, that took me a while to decide, and the final decision in the final chapter took me a while. I was like, yeah, okay, what do I want here? Do I want this, or do I want this? What's gonna happen?
Well, I like to talk about more about this game, how during our Game of the Year deliberations, and
Yeah.
spoil it. We're not gonna say it now.
Yeah.
We're not gonna like spoil it now, but I do like because this is definitely gonna be my favorite games of the year.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah, because I really enjoyed this game. Just like various characters and like this experience. So like between Max Caulfield and Chloe Price,
Mhm.
and basically just like all about the different characters you come across. Like there's this one called Kate Marsh, who's just like depressed students getting bullied, and
Mhm.
there's a certain event in episode 2 which is quite interesting indeed, involving her and Max on the roof.
Yep.
I'm curious to know which way it went for you, because I don't know what some of the choices you made now.
Yeah.
So
I haven't
and I'd
divulged.
like to talk to them about you in the future.
Yeah, we should talk about it.
Or what if you went one way and I went the other way, or not now, or if we just chose the same, most of the same choices anyway.
Yeah.
Like, did you go and check the other ending out to the one you chose
Yep.
once you finished it?
Yep, I did.
Which one do you prefer to the one you chose?
I'm happy with the one that I chose. The one that I chose, let me just say, the one that I chose has the longest ending to it. Has the longest cutscene at the end.
Yes, okay, yeah. That's the same one I chose.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I went to see the other one, and I was like, yep, I'm happy with what I chose. Because this ending does not seem proper to me.
Because with the events leading up to the end of like the last part of the gameplay before you make the final choice, it basically is kind of forcing you to go one way.
Yep.
Anyway,
Mhm.
and I was kind of concerned doing that, going with that choice anyway, and I just felt it was the right choice. That it was like it just felt the more logical choice.
Yep. Exactly.
Because if you go and watch the other choice endings, like this just seems.
It seems wrong. It seems, I don't know, just the way that it's presented, it seems wrong to me. It's like,
And like when I played it though, when I played the last episode there last Thursday, I think the choices, it was like 54%, 47%, the other 54% choice I made, and 47%.
yeah, I think it was pretty much 50-50.
So pretty much 50-50. Yeah. So
I was like,
goes to
really?
show, like,
Okay.
some people, and there is people out there. Because I looked on, I watched certain other people's like videos and stuff like that afterwards, and some of the comments like prefer that actual like I just felt this one's more appropriate or something.
Yeah, me too.
The other ending to what we chose, and it's like I can understand like when you want to explain certain theories and stuff like that. You're just like, yeah, I can understand why people like that one more or something, but I don't know. I just think the way I went through this game,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
choices I make, it's like, yeah, I feel like the one I chose was the better,
Yep.
like the option. No, I just felt like it was the more proper ending.
And some things, that she says, that the person says during the during the course of the game, and what you reply and what you say during the course of the game, and especially that montage at the last episode where she like the main character goes into a sort of dream state.
Into like nightmare state, which was
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Yeah, that was crazy. And didn't really like that state, to be honest. It's well done, but the whole stealth thing was kind of
stealth
fuck.
thing just felt quite out of place,
Yep.
though, compared to like there was another point in episode 3 where you did it, like there was little stealth that was like
Yeah, not even a
you
minute.
just
Yeah.
had to avoid like a guard or two.
Yep. Yeah, it was
But
really
in this
easy.
Here, but in this here one, it was like, okay, you're in this like nightmare zone thing.
Oh, I got caught. I gotta rewind. Oh, I got caught. I
Yeah.
gotta rewind. Oh, I got
Yeah.
caught. I gotta rewind. It's like,
But-
Jesus.
Yeah, but it could be worse, Dennis. You got caught. You have to start the whole sequence over again.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know. It's not. You don't die in this game, so you can restart as much as you rewind as much as you want until you get it right. Until you figure it out. But yeah, that sequence was really out of place. I would have preferred to walk the entire time and look like the second part of that thing, where you get to retread the entire story and the beats and the moments of it.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
I really did like that.
Yeah.
Retread thing before this final moment, though, where you go through like your journey with Max and like the different experience, like the different events that happen with you and Chloe, though, and like clips from the various episodes and stuff like that. Like I really did enjoy that, so I did.
Yep. Yeah, that was it. It was really well made. Not the stealth part, but the second part of that. The
part after that, pretty much.
Yeah.
I enjoyed.
Yep.
But like, I really enjoyed this game. It's not perfect. It has its flaws.
The writing is kind of touch and go in certain.
Yeah, some parts of it is like very very touching and that there. It's like it's very lovely.
Mm-hmm.
And other times it's like.
Yeah, some dialogue is cringeworthy.
It just seems like this just seems like outside of a bad American teen drama.
Yep. I know it's written by French people, and that's probably their idea of American.
Yeah, like from watching various American teen films, like
yeah,
and like what they feel is like what American high school like. American teens are like in high school and stuff like that, and in certain ways they are but that's the thing as well. Some people commend them for creating some of these characters because there are people you probably not necessarily myself now, but I'm sure there's people out there who can relate to these characters because I've got someone who's like Max, I've got someone who's like Chloe, I've got someone who's like Kate or the bitchy Victoria or whatever, or a guy like Nathan who's a bit of a fucking bit of a weirdo, or like a bit of a psycho, like kind of a bully or whatever, and things like that. Now they've know from their own lives, or like know people like that now, etc. So
okay,
yeah, it's a fascinating game though. Like
it is.
A lot of people quite like. I'm glad I played it though. I was looking forward to playing it, but I just kind of wanted to wait until the whole season is out, and it was kind of announced today that they're going to be doing a season 2.
Yeah, I wonder which ending they'll choose.
But I think
canon.
they said on the news story that it's going to be a new characters.
Yeah, I think they should do that.
Which I think should be proper game choice. I think they should do continuation of the story. I think this story kind of
ran its course,
and ended up being wrapped up nicely, for the most part.
Yeah, they can probably cross paths with Max or something, but I mean,
there might be if they do certain series 2 or something, they'll be like, there might be newspaper headings or something, or like, I've got this time thing, I've heard about this girl in this section of the country that had this kind of powers as well, or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something along those lines. Yeah.
I think that would be good. Yeah, use new characters and a brand new story and maybe a new setting. Like, don't have it be teenagers again in school and all that. Have it be a different setting.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. So it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as I said, Life is Strange is really great game though, and I'm just really looking forward to the season 2 whatever it may be. Like you said, it has to be new settings, new characters, not there,
new environments and everything, not the same high school thing.
You haven't played Thing yet, have you? Not? You haven't actually played The Walking Dead season?
Nope, I haven't. I know 3's coming out soon with Michonne, but yeah, I haven't played. I wanted to replay 1 and then go into 2 on the PC, but I just haven't found the time. I have both of them on PC, and the other one, the in-between one.
Like 400 days.
Yeah. But I don't. I haven't found the time to play them, so, and I kind of don't want to go through season 1 again. So, I don't know.
Yeah, because I just find it very hard to go through those games again though. Like for any of those kind of games that has like choices though, like Because like I don't see myself going through Life is Strange again. Like
No,
as
no,
much as
no.
I love the game, but the way I play through it is the way I'm gonna keep it. Though I don't like going through.
I think it's a one-time experience.
Yeah, very much the same way like the Walking Dead season was. Like the Wolf Among Us and thing. They're great games and all that there, but
Hmm.
it's just like a you know one time playthrough, and it's like yeah, that's the journey I made. That's the choices I made. I'm sticking with them. I'm not going through this again. No,
Yeah.
because it's not that it's just going to basically lead to the same anyway. Though there's like little changes here and there. Like there's certain characters they're in this episode that are not if you chose like a different choice or things like that now. But other than that, it's it's the same storyline
Yep.
for the most part anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I guess keeping with these types of games, I've also played and finished Tales from the Borderlands.
And that's a game I need to go back to. I've played the first two episodes and quite enjoyed them. They're very entertaining.
I think their writing is just fantastic. The entire writing for the game, like I think it's probably the best writing they've done for a Telltale series, in my opinion. Because it's funny, there's like little quips here and there, and it's really great. Like Loadbot is incredible, and all those, the even the main characters are great. Uh, I really really enjoyed. I think it's my favorite Telltale series, Tales from the Borderlands. The finale is amazing. Like I finished it, I played all five, and the finale is fantastic. Really really
And it's a
great.
good length as well though with Life is Strange and Tales of the Borderlands because the voice of Tiny Tina, Ashley Birch, does the voice of Chloe Price in Life is Strange.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Probably my top 10 for the year for sure. Um, it's
Yeah,
very good.
I've been hearing a lot of great things about this series overall. I think pretty much people have been on the series from the get go. It's like, yeah, this is a great series from the get go and hasn't seemed to lose its steam at all. So it's like, yep, this is definitely one of the best Telltale games there's been.
Hmm.
And I'm very much looking forward to playing the rest of the series, which I'll probably do this week since I'm done with Life is Strange. Now I'll probably play it between bouts of Fallout 4.
Hmm. And
But
Game
I'm
of
very
Thrones, coming I think next week, the
I
finale.
think it's. I'm not sure next week. It's a week or a few weeks time anyway.
Isn't it 19th?
Is it the 19th?
I think it is. Yeah.
I thought it was the 20th something or something. I'm not entirely sure, but you might be right. But I know it's this month anyway after a 4 month wait.
Yeah. Yep. Good old Telltale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be looking forward to see how that ends because things are not going very good for that family for sure. Holy crap. Um, so as usual, all the Game of Thrones stuff, things always go down for everybody. So yeah, I'm anticipating the ending of that.
Yeah, like I'm curious to know how it's going to pan out with the choice I made at the end of episode 5.
Yeah, same here. Want to see how things go down after that. Will be interesting to see. Yeah, but Tales of the Borderlands is great. Highly recommended if you like those types of video games.
Again, I got it. I think I got it once like half price or something on Steam, and just like I think it's like 4 episodes right at the point when I got it.
Hmm.
Like the last episode only came out there within like the last several weeks. And like I said, I played the first 2 episodes, quite enjoyed them, and looking forward to playing the rest of them.
Yeah, Mad Max talked a little bit. I talked a little bit about that. Played a little bit of that. Well, a little bit. Played maybe 20, 30 hours of that. Um, it's good. The combat is really great, really satisfying. Lots of wrestling moves in the combat, so that's fun. But it gets really old really quick. I mean, it gets really, really old. The story is extremely boring to the point of being almost non-existent, and but it's fun. It's a game that looks really, really good on the PC, and it's the combat is fun, but the rest is story is boring as hell. Characters are boring as hell, and it gets old quick. It gets all the environments are the same. When you take over Stronghold, it's pretty much the same Stronghold all the time. Same placing and everything. So yeah, it gets old really quick. But I only got it. I got it for only $15, so I'm not gonna complain too much.
Yeah, I got it pretty cheap though, but I only played maybe an hour or so of it at most at the moment though, because I was busy playing, Metal Gear Solid 5
Yeah,
and, you know, Destiny,
yeah,
which I'll talk about soon enough because,
yeah.
yeah.
Played some of that too with you guys a little bit. Went back into it with the Taken King stuff.
Yes, let's probably get into it now since
Yeah.
you just mentioned it there. Yep, that game, I don't know. It's just something I fucking love that game.
There's something about the game for sure. It's like when I went back with for the to play the Taken King, they changed a whole lot of stuff, the leveling up and the drops and everything, and a couple of other.
It's a lot better now. Like if you played it when it first came out last year, though, like a lot of people tend to play. Oh, got up to level 20, hit max now.
Yep.
Now it's just fucking long end game phase now, grinding to get the your light level up by getting equipping certain legendary gear and weapons and things like that. And like that was like I did a good bit of it now, but it was such a tedious process
Yep.
because it took a while to get to get to level 26 in order to like late level 26 in order to do the raid, which I did once with Derek and a few other people. I think a month or so after the raid was out. We got to a certain point and basically I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning and we never beat it.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
Yeah, but I went back when the Taken King came out, got all the DLC plus the Taken King, played all of that, pretty much all of it, and really got back into it, really enjoyed it, and it's just for me, I hit a wall, and it's like, okay, I don't want to play this anymore. It's kind of, it gets to a point where it's always the same thing, and you still have to do the grinding of stuff, to level up and.
Yeah, but like it's not as bad as it was though. Like
No,
it's
it's not
way
as bad as
worse.
no.
Like there is still a bit of grinding process, and you have to do certain missions again and strikes and things like that. You do like do the daily missions to get legendary marks, to get gear, and do nightfall strikes to get better gear and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just done a lot better now than it was.
Yeah, it's a much better game than it was.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Like I've put like over in total now, like I checked the timer there I did like a few weeks ago. It's like how long have you like wasted on Desi.com, I think it's called. You just put in your PSN ID and it shows you how much time. I think it was 120 hours or something.
Sure.
Sure, I think that's more now. And I checked and Derek said he had like 190 odd hours. Like he's played more than I have because like he sometimes just did like the daily missions themselves and things like that. He's like played way more than I have. I love the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we played like a lot together.
Yeah.
And we did the first raid. We didn't do the King's Fall one, of course. Because A, not all of us were at the right level at the time.
Mm-hmm.
B, it's just hard to get everyone free as well.
Yeah.
The time zones and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we did do the first raid, which took a while, despite the fact we were over leveled. Like we pretty much did the first chunk of it pretty easy, and then a certain someone had problems with platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me. Yeah, that was all me. It took us a while to do that. I was like, yeah, okay. Kind of got it at the end, of course, because we did it. But yeah, I had problems with those platforms.
And then it took us a while to beat Altheon, but we did it eventually though. And like I had a blast doing it though, and I like to do it again. Like to do the other ones, but again, I don't really play it now. I always like play with Derek when he wants to do the Nightfall.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm burnt out pretty much at the moment though. I don't want to play it day in and day out now because I practically played nothing but it for the past like month or so.
Yeah, it is a good game. For me, it gets boring after a while, but yeah, it is a good game. Because there's not really any. It's better with the Taken King. The story's better, but there's not. If you do Night Falls and all that, there's no story really. There's nothing really keeping all of that in place and everything. So I don't know. It's a great game, but not my favorite for sure.
Yeah, like the thing is, I looked about because there's just like different things. Like I wanted to go and get like the exotic swords and certain ways to get the certain exotic weapons and out there. Like I got like I got a good chunk of them and things like that. Like that just sort of kept me going and playing the game. And like, when Derek was up for playing it though, I just wanted to play it though because it's just I really enjoyed playing it though.
Yep.
Like at the moment, there's no kind of plans for like any more new content, like in terms of actual new content rather than these new missions. Like there was this Festival of Lost thing that happened recently, like this over like the Halloween kind of season and that there, but it's nothing. It doesn't like have any like new quests. You get like these like masks and things like that, but they're not like add anything. Just like kind of cosmetic, pretty much for the most part. They don't have like a armor rating or anything like that now.
Yeah. So yeah, I played some Destiny with you guys. We did the raid and everything. It was cool. It was fun. Had trouble sleeping for a couple of days after that, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, because I stayed up till like 3 o'clock. After 3, I think by the time we finished it.
Yeah, me and Derek.
I was like, yeah, you were kind of past your
Best our bedtimes if you want to.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, like luckily I was off the next day. This is before when I was still on the night shift. So I am, because as for those who don't know, I'm on a new shift now. So I'm on a twilight shift, which is 4 to 12. So I get home and basically stay up for a few hours, and sometimes I might play something with Dennis or Derek, and sometimes I might not.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we finished Halo 5 together yesterday.
Yes, that's another game that came out recently.
Yep.
And yeah, what are your thoughts on it? Because
I am extremely underwhelmed by that game. Like, really underwhelmed by Halo 5.
Well, this is the thing as well. Like, I remember playing Halo 4 with you back when it first came out, and playing through it, I was like, I didn't mind. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was good. And then you were like, yeah, it was all right. It wasn't great though. But then going back to it and playing through it again now and the Master Chief Collection, I was like, I actually like this more than I did back when I first played it. And then playing through the Halo 5 campaign, I played through normal solo, and then played through it with yourself co-op heroic. I was like, yeah. It's just something about it just seemed off. And I think it is, like I said, it's mainly because the fact is you play 3 missions as Master Chief and the rest are all Fireteam Osiris.
Yeah.
And there's a few missions which I don't know why they have to include them as missions in that game, when basically all you do is walk to a few people, talk to them, and you're done with them in like a few minutes or so.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe it's the back and forth that kind of makes me, between Locke's team and between Master Chief's team. It's kind of like, there's no stable story. I don't even know what's going on for the most part of the game. I don't know what's going on at all. So, it's kind of all over the place. And I mean, the shooting's fine. They going through the environments is, it looks good.
Gameplay's still solid, so
yeah, it is. Yeah,
like all that stuff's solid, but it's just the way the campaign flowed, and compared to the other Halo games, it's just like it wasn't exactly the best.
The way it's presented and everything, and I don't know, man. It's kind of maybe it'll grow on me when I replay it at one point. And
I'll probably play through it again before Halo 6 comes out.
Yeah, or before another game or something, in the Halo universe. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a transition between Locke and Master Chief or whatever is gonna happen. But yeah, I didn't really like the story. It kind of left me on my appetite, and wasn't that understandable. Wasn't that great. And I don't like Locke especially as a character, so I don't
And
know.
did you like if you watch all those, trailers and Hunt the Truth and stuff, all that stuff, like the promotional ads and stuff like that, you
Yeah,
realize like all of that's fucking bullshit.
exactly. Yep. It.
Because all of that, all those promotional things, pretty much they okay. All this is all about Master Chief's a traitor and
Yep.
he's fucking gone rogue and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, he basically disobeys an order and goes to follow Cortana, and that's practically it.
Yep. He
There's
doesn't.
nothing. He doesn't go and fucking kill civilians and like I'm doing this for a mission and all this stuff.
Goes on a rampage and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
no,
not at all.
it's just complete bullshit.
You actually play
So
only 3 missions as Master Chief,
yeah,
so yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's like
at least in
false
Halo
promotion.
2, you played like half them, kind of half and half with Master Chief and the Arbiter. But
Yeah.
this here, it's just basically, yep, you're Locke and his team for the most part, whereas you're Master Chief and his team for like 3 missions.
Yep.
It's like, yeah,
They're probably trying to
yeah,
shove Locke down our throats, since he's going to become probably the new Halo guy, or there's going to be a spin-off of, certain series like Call of Duty's doing.
but
Like,
he's like the guy. He's the character from Halo Nightfall, that series.
yeah.
That's him.
So maybe they're going to split off, like, going to do Master Chief on one side and Locke on the other side, and, do two Halos, two different Halos or something. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do
Halo
that.
Red and Halo Blue.
Yeah, exactly. Like Red and Blue. So I don't know how they're gonna fix that, but it's very underwhelming. I can't believe I paid $70 for that. To be quite honest, I think I enjoyed the multiplayer more than I did the story. But yeah, I don't know. I really didn't
And
like
the
it.
multiplayer, yeah, the multiplayer is fine as well. Like I played the Warzone, a few matches of that, pretty much hate it.
Yeah, that's
Because
complicated as fuck.
yeah, because I think it was the 3 and 4 matches that I played that I've just always been in a team where it pretty much just got devoured.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, we fucking none of the team that I'm playing with and are fucking doing anything. It's always the other team are getting all the objectives and that out there. It's like the other team won like 1,000 to 250 or whatnot. Yeah,
Mhm.
great.
I don't know. It's It looks gorgeous. I mean, it still looks beautiful. The gameplay is still great. The shooting's great. The sounds of the guns and everything is pretty good. The AI is broken as all shit. Um, really, really, really broken AI in this game.
No, yeah, no. 50% of the time they seem to be fine.
Yeah,
They'll be like, okay, they go and help you, and then other times they just do nothing. Like they just stand there not doing nothing, stand there just getting shot at. And sometimes when you're dead and you're looking for them, they just come over and then you just stand there and do nothing.
hmm
They're just being like right next to you. It's like, okay, I'm down here, help me.
yep.
And
They're not
just
shooting.
do
They're just
nothing.
standing there, just looking around, and hey, what's going on? It's
Yeah.
just, I don't know. It's just, and if they come to revive you, and they're getting shot constantly, they're not gonna, like me and you used to. If I come to revive you, and I'm getting shot, I'm gonna, back away and, say, okay, wait a minute, I'll just shoot this guy and come back and revive you. But they just stand there and take a billion shots in the head, and then just go down right next to you. So it's pretty much useless.
And sometimes they just go in all guns blazing. Then again, I tend to do that sometimes. But I know when not to go in,
Yeah.
when to. Sometimes they just go in and, like I think it was the last mission there. Buck fucking went right up to like those Promethean turrets and just got devoured. It's like, okay,
He was standing right
good
next
call
to it,
there.
like drrrr, shooting at the freaking turret. Turret just turns around, and just fucking kills him. Like, I mean, if you get 4 human players, it must be really great. I mean, it must be fantastic to play with 4 human players.
Yeah, because at least you're not going to, rely on AI that probably will.
And it must
either-
be much easier to play with 4 human players
Yeah.
than.
But like playing it normal is not that difficult. It wasn't that. Like I've died a bunch of times, but it wasn't like to the point of I'm stuck in this area for like an hour now.
hmm
Like playing in normal is pretty easy.
I think towards the end they were getting a little bit better at at picking you up and saving you, and
Yeah, there was the odd occasion that still they acted the way they did though before, but they actually like the last few missions in the game. I actually thought, especially that last mission, I actually thought we were gonna have a harder time with that.
yeah, and it went pretty good actually.
And actually went pretty good. We did like we started checkpoints like a few times.
Maybe twice, I think, or something.
Yeah, not like 50 times or like 10, 20 times now. So it's like we just have to start checkpoint like 5 times or whatnot.
Like the first time we fought the what are they called? The big guys,
the wardens.
The wardens. The first time we fought one warden. Man, it took us forever. Man, did it take us a long time to fight that guy. Holy crap.
Yeah, then you realize it's basically the trick is to shoot him in the back. That's what you do.
Yeah, but I mean, the AI wasn't collaborating at all.
Yeah.
When we did it, so.
And also, it's the knights as well. You fight the knights, it's kind of the same way with that though. But you could shoot them at the front though, but the way to deal with the knights quicker as well is to shoot them in the back.
Yeah, because they're like, what do they call on the, man, what do they call on the, I keep forgetting the name of the other class in the game.
The Covenant.
The Covenant.
And the Prometheans.
Yeah, the Covenant, the big guys, the big,
Hunters.
The hunters, yeah. I think they're the equivalent of that too, so.
Yeah, they pretty much are, yeah.
You have to shoot them in the back, so.
Yeah, like the crawlers are basically like the grunts, and like the soldiers of the the Promethean soldiers are pretty much like the the elites or like the jackals and stuff like that of the Covenant, and like the knights are like the hunters.
Yeah.
And like there's the watchers as well, which basically there's no really equivalent to them of the Covenant except for the drones, which were in like the previous Halos, but there aren't in these ones.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, not the best experience in the world.
I enjoyed playing it with you though. Like it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun to play co-op,
though.
but the game itself is not that great, to be honest.
Yeah, the campaign's lackluster. Like I don't see myself, playing this, multiple times now.
It did get really good reviews, right? It got like.
It got good reviews though, but that's mainly towards the multiplayer though. Like I think a lot of people, some people say, yeah, the multiplayer is not good and all, but the campaign's like not that great.
Yeah, it's falling into Call of Duty territory in more ways than one. So yeah.
Yeah, because there is like some, Call of Duty-esque moments where you're going towards something and all of a sudden a big explosion happens and you get knocked down, you don't have any gameplay control and you just like crawl to something. Like, yeah, that's kind of a lot like Call of Duty.
Yep. Well, the big set pieces, everything's exploding around you and you have to run towards something, and, that's really Call of Duty. I was like, hey, this is Call of Duty. I even called it out when we were playing.
Yeah, I think I was in mission 12, I believe.
Yep.
So it was.
So yeah, it's getting into Call of Duty territory when I think they're gonna make as though the story doesn't matter and it's all about the multiplayer, like Call of Duty does. So, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. So that's Halo. I just touch upon very quickly other games I played. Everyone's Gone to the Rapture is one that I've tried. It's alright. It's not a great game, but it's, it's, I guess, alright.
Yeah, I've heard, like, kind of, some people quite like it and I want to, like, not so much, though. It's, like...
It's touch and go, pretty much.
It's done by the Chinese. It's the ones who did DRS, starts on the PC.
Yeah.
So that's another game I think a lot of people, some people tend to like it, other people not so much.
Isn't it the Gone Home guys also?
Nope.
No? Okay. So
they're doing Tacoma.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's harmless. It's just you run through. You move very slow.
No, you take a brisk walk through.
Yeah, not even a brisk walk. I walk faster than that. But it's really it's really, really slow. It's a very, very slow game. I mean, you have to be ready for the slowness of this game because it's very, very slow. The story is very slow. Also, it's kind of hard because you don't have any characters. It's all balls of light that go, talk to themselves. And you have to put subtitles on to know exactly because it's British, so it's kind of different tones to people's voices and everything. If you want to know who's talking, you have to put the subtitles on to be sure.
Yeah.
So it's only balls of light. You never see a human being in the game. So I think that takes away from the game a whole lot. Not seeing human beings anywhere. It's still a good game. I mean, it's still
But
interesting.
Gone Home didn't have any humans in it.
No, you're right. It didn't. But I don't know. It's just the fact that
But
other people are talking to you, but there's no humans around. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
but I
kinda-
think the way the Gone Home went, the way it worked with the whole diary entries thing, kind of worked a lot better.
Yep.
With the way how that went,
Yeah, exactly.
rather than this here. Like, I was curious to play it. I was curious about everyone going to the Rapture. It's like when I seen like footage of and that there, and then people but like I watched I think I watched the game, the quick look of it. And it's like, not so sure. Like that slow walking will actually get on my fucking nerves.
Alex kind of bashes it a little bit too much in that quick look, but it's better than he says it is. But yeah, it's not phenomenally great, but it's still worth if you can get it for cheap, check it out for sure.
Alex wasn't in that quick look, wasn't that Dan and Jeff?
Was it? Oh yeah, it was Dan and Jeff. You're right. And Dan played it, and Dan just clobbered the fucking game to death. But yeah, I don't know. Dan is Dan. If there's no explosions or whatever, he doesn't like it. Other game I played is what is it called? The Beginner's Guide, which is another thing I heard on the podcast on the Giant Beast cast that they talked about, and that interested me in trying out the game. It's not really a game; it's more of a story that you go through.
It's done by the guy who did the Stanley Parable.
Yep, exactly. So it's kind of a story that you go through. It's not really gameplay in there, but it's very interesting. If you can get it for cheap, I bought it for I think $2 or $3 or something. It's
yeah, it looks
interesting.
like it's that dear anyway.
No, it's not. It's an interesting story in how the guy deals with certain things and people who make games. It's a good way to see how they live and all that. So yeah, it's recommended. I recommend it if you can get it on the cheap also. And
yeah, I'll probably check it out though in the future.
yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I think that's playing of some NHL 16. I think it's a huge step up from last year for sure. More stuff in it, better gameplay and everything. That's pretty much it, I think, of what I've been playing. That's a whole lot. I think I went a couple of months back, but
Yeah, so I talked about MGS5. It's like the last time I played it was pretty much mid-September anyway, so it was.
yeah,
Like I basically played. Well, I've already talked about a few of the games I have on my list anyway, like Life is Strange, MGS5, and that there.
mm-hmm.
I went back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, which is pretty much the, you could say, Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
Of Dark Souls 2, which has the Dark Souls 2 and the 3 pieces of DLC that came out after it. And basically went through the rest of the game doing co-op and beating the boss. So just to get to where Derek was at, because he needed some help near the end of the game, and I helped him, and pretty much I finished the game. I beat the final boss in the game, like the new final boss, because there's a new final boss in this game,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to the vanilla version, but there's a certain way you have to do it in order to do it, and unfortunately Derek did not. When I joined his game to fight it, we just beat the original final boss, Nishandra, and that was it for him. and it sucked for him. We have to do the DLC together though, because I heard the DLC is better than the main game itself. But I've played a bit of the second one myself there a while back, and it was pretty good. But yeah, it's still a great game. Transformers Devastation.
Oh yeah, how is that game?
It is good.
Okay.
I'm kind of I wish I waited for it though, because it's not necessarily a long game. I paid like what £32 I think for it. Because I actually had a pre-order on PC on Shop 2, which is where I get my games, and it was like less than 20 quid a shop. It was going to be out. Oh, it's out the 6th of October. Then I'll check again. Oh, it's not out till next week. Oh, I'll check again. Oh, it's not out till next week now. Yeah, I don't think this game actually has a physical PC release.
Really?
I think it was already came out in digital.
Okay.
And then I actually contacted them, because I actually already paid for it. Basically contacted them. Yeah, you keep playing this game, and I think it's because you don't actually have a physical PC release of this. Can I just get my money back? And they said, yeah, sure, no problem. I got my money back.
Okay.
And I just got it on PC. It's done by Platinum Games, and if you basically played their games before, you pretty much know what to expect here. Kind of stylish, hack and slash action involving the Transformers. You can play as one of 5 Transformers: Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Gridlock, I think was the other one's Wheel. I actually you're better off talking to Derek about this, because he know more about this than I do. Like, he's a big Transformers fan. And then of course it's basically Generation 1 Transformers now, which my people consider to be the best version of Transformers. Of course you fight, the various Decepticons and things like that, Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave and things like that there. And yeah, it's a good game. It's not very long. It's like 4 or 5 hours at best, and unless you're one of those guys who tends to want to go and get all the collectibles and out there, there's very little replay value. Like, there's like these challenge missions and that there, but I played through the games like, yeah, this is good. I wish I didn't pay the price I did. I could have probably waited for it to go down in price more. Because that's the reason why I got it for less than 20 quid on the shop too, but it didn't come out the PC version, and I just want to say, I'm just gonna get it.
We barely heard anything about that game. It kind of came out and disappeared, pretty much.
Yeah, it came out early last month now. It was announced at E3, so it's done by the same guy who did the Metal Gear Solid Rise and Revengeance, and that's not necessarily a long game either. It's like 5-6 hours, so yeah.
Okay.
This is pretty much the same thing. It's not necessarily a long game. It's a good game. It's fun. I got decent reviews. So like, yeah, it's a good game and all that there, but not it's nothing out of this world. But yeah, that's pretty much what I expect. It's like, yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. It's not fantastic now. It's not the worst Platinum game there have been, and it's not the best either.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty much gone under the radar, that game. It came out, okay, but
yeah, this came and went pretty much. Yeah,
disappeared. Nothing. We're not talking about it anymore.
Yeah, like, what? I forget what came out around that same week as well.
Was it the same day as it's not MGS, right? What was it?
No. Because MGS came out earlier last month in October.
It's a big game that came out the same day as that. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure you're right, but I just can't think what it was.
Was it Madden?
No.
No.
Madden's always out in October. It's August.
I'll go check. What was the
It was I think it was I'll check it here. I think it was the 6th of October.
I can check it out on Wikipedia.
Yeah, October 6th, 2015.
Okay.
Came out. So it did. So October 6th, 2015. Game releases.
Video games of 2010? No, I don't mean video games of 2010. We're both looking at our...
Oh yeah, Rock Band 4 came out.
Okay.
Uncharted Collection. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 it came out the week before.
Well, nobody cares about Tony Hawk at all, so.
Because that game, that's a game that definitely came and went though in all
Yep.
the wrong possible ways.
Yep.
Because that game was broken, apparently.
Yep.
And it got really lazy reviews. But yeah, so I think I was Rock Band 4. That was kind of like the big release. That was the one I was thinking of.
Okay. Which I got and I forgot to talk about. That's right. I got Rock Band 4.
You just got the game now. Did you get the game and guitar?
I got the game, only the game. Nothing more than that. I already had a mic, so I only got the game. Step that I guess the song list is horrible for the most part. I mean, it's very, very, very under par.
That's pretty much the reason why I did not bother getting it though, because like when I looked at the list, it's like, yeah, there's a few songs I like in here, but most of them are like, they're from artists I know, but they're songs I don't recognize.
Exactly. Yep. It's like, oh, okay, I know this artist, but why is it this song that they chose instead of, you know, the more popular song that they could have used? But yeah, it's the soundtrack is very underwhelming. Like, there's maybe 4 or 5 songs that I really enjoy on it, but you know, besides that, it's pretty bad. But I have all my DLC, so you know, with all the DLC that I got, I don't really mind. It's only the career now that you do, because I always go through the career mode in this game. And when you go through the career mode, they make you choose songs that are in the original soundtrack. You can't go and choose songs that are on your, you know, your song list that you have. It's songs that are in the game, so sometimes you'll find, you know, songs that you don't want to sing, that you don't like, and you have to sing them, and it's like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah, because wasn't that the case in the Rock Band 3 now? If you went through the career mode event, you were able to play songs you had downloaded as well.
Exactly, yep.
Yeah, I remember that now, yeah. But this is basically the case. Yep, career mode. You're only playing the songs that are part of the Rock Band 4 game, not any of the previous ones that you have downloaded.
Exactly.
Which you think they'd like implement that into it like they did before though, but that's probably because it might be a bit hard or something. I don't know what the way it works now. Like, not everyone's going to have like songs downloaded now and things like that though, but you think they'd have some sort of way to do it.
Exactly. There are some songs that are great, you know, that out of the original, you know, track list, but most of them are just like really, really not that great, you know.
Any particular ones are like,
well, I mean, there's some songs that there's some bands that I don't know, like White Denim, Johnny Blazes and the Pretty Boys. It's like, I don't know who that is. Lightning Bolt, Heaven's Basement. You know, who the fuck is that? I don't know these people. Duck and Cover, Sly Diggs. You know, some people know these bands. I don't know who they are.
yeah.
You know, it's like the Both. Who are those guys? You know, I don't know. And you know, they're gonna have like popular bands like the Scorpions. You know, Van Halen. Well, Van Halen's song is pretty good, but Rush, Disturbed. You know, the Who and stuff like that.
Foo Fighters, etc.
And it's like, okay, well, this is good. And then you look at the song and you're like, oh, really? Okay, no. Paramore, you know, stuff like that. Soundgarden, but it's all songs that aren't that great that are on the thing. So I don't know. It's really, really ordinary. But you know, I don't even go through the career. I stopped playing the career now. I just, you know, go into the song list.
Yeah, quick play, whatever.
Quick play and just play my songs that I want to play.
Yeah.
And fuck the rest. So yeah, it's not. I know they said they were going to. The DLC so far is pretty good. Like the songs that have come out on DLC are pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was last week now, it was the week before they had like an 80s
last week
list, wasn't it?
Yeah, last week was 380 song. songs, which I all downloaded them all. So that was pretty cool. The Aerosmith pack was alright. There's like 2 or 3 songs in the Aerosmith pack that are good. But yeah, besides that, I mean, I don't know. It's a good game. It's still, they haven't improved on the graphics. They haven't improved on the engine. They haven't improved on anything on that side of the spectrum. So I'm thinking this is like a core game that they're gonna add on to. And continue on to add on stuff to, instead of releasing a different type of game every year or every 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah, and as the thing as well is done, it's like kind of a bit of a step back as well, because there's no, it doesn't have the keyboard support anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the pro guitar and stuff like that either. In this here one now. So like for those people who enjoyed that aspect of Rock Band 3, you're not going to get
You're
it
boned.
here, but
Yeah, you can't do
I'm
it.
pretty sure if you want to do something along the lines of like pair real kind of guitar or something, go and play like you'll try Rocksmith. I was going to say Gunsmith, Rocksmith.
Yeah, Rocksmith, pretty much. But yeah, it's underwhelming to be sure, but it won't be in my top 10 for sure, because it's not that great. But I was really looking forward to this game, and really disappointing.
Yeah, I was like, when I heard Rock Band 4 was coming, they're going to do it, it's like, oh, this is great. I'm up for playing a game. But then I want to see more of the songs getting listed. It's like each several weeks, and a bunch of songs was unveiled. It's like, yeah, I'm not feeling this track list whatsoever. That pretty much was like the crux of whether or not I was going to get this game.
And they lost the rights to a bunch of songs, like all my DLC that I had. Like, a bunch of it is disappeared because they don't have the rights to them anymore.
Yeah, which kind of stinks. Yeah.
And you're gonna have to rebuy them when they come out, which sucks, because they're probably gonna come out. So
yeah. Like, I didn't really buy a whole lot of songs now.
I had 200 something songs, so
I think mine have over 100 odd or something. So I do. But yeah. It's just Rock Band 1, 2, and 3 now. It's not like Green Day Rock Band or anything like that now. Is that included?
You can get the Green Day songs on the marketplace, but you have to pay for them.
Right.
Even if I had Green Day Rock Band, which I do, you have to buy the songs to put in the game.
That stinks.
So I bought just 2 of their songs and said, yeah, fuck the rest. I don't want the rest anyway. So
yeah, just the ones you care about.
Yep.
Too bad you can't bring the Beatles ones over.
Yeah, the Beatles, that's never gonna happen in a million years. So I don't think we're gonna see that.
I actually think that's my favorite Rock Band.
Yeah, the Beatles Rock Band was pretty fantastic. Rock Band 3, was it 2 or 3? Was pretty great also. 3 was pretty great. But yeah, the Rock Band 4 is a step down, in my opinion, from what it was. But we'll see what they do. And you played, I think, Guitar Hero, right?
Yes! Nice segue there, Dennis. Yes, I actually, from the other side of the spectrum now, from Rock Band, I bought Guitar Hero Live last week there.
Yeah.
I was curious to get it though, because I watched the quick look of it though, and I was like, I'm actually interested in trying this out, because the fact that, like, the Rock Band looking at it is like, yeah, this is pretty much the same. You still have the same kind of 5 notes, play the same stuff. Like, that's pretty much the same. But with Guitar Hero Live, it's completely different now, because it's a new guitar, and it's not like the 5-button layout now. It's like 2 layers of 3, like the bottom 3 and then like the top 3, and like the top is like black, fret, buttons, and then the bottom ones are white, and you see them it's like the whole kind of setup, like the highway is kind of the same, things like that now, but it's gonna be 3 instead of the 5 now.
Yeah.
And I've been playing it over the last few days, and I quite like it. It's weird. It's the way it is. It's just weird, like getting used to a new, control scheme now. Because like remember you first played Guitar Hero and trying to get used to playing guitar now. It just feels that same way to me again because
Yeah.
there's a whole new way of playing the game rather than the 5 button layout as opposed to like Guitar Hero and Rock Band. And I've been playing it. I've been playing it on. I started on. There's like 5 difficulty settings now. I think there's. I think they're. I think the. I think they're. It's basic. I think casual, regular, advanced, and expert.
Okay.
And I started off with casual. Realized it was way too fucking easy.
Mhm.
I'm still on regular at the moment though, and I'm pretty much mostly doing great at regular.
Mhm.
Some parts though, there's still a bit, especially when you have to have one of your fingers on the bottom, and one of the bottom layer, and then you have to put your finger on one of the top layers then as well.
Yeah.
The two chords there. Now it's like tricky at first though, but then once move your fingers around and that there, it becomes easier though.
Yeah, I might actually get that. It looks interesting.
Yeah, and I really like the live, like the career mode per se of it, the live section of it is like, it's interesting though. It's just cheesy. I find it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, it looks
When you
cheesy.
play,
Yeah.
like the whole you're in this band and these guys playing these these instruments, and you see the crowd going ah.
Mhm.
But I do like the fact though, if you're playing badly, it's sort of like it becomes this like real ripple thing, this warps thing, and then it becomes like the crowd are really booing you and stuff like that. Like the bandmates are going like just shaking their heads like, what the hell's wrong with you? And
Yeah.
stuff like that. I actually
What's going
do like
on?
that.
Yeah.
It changes. If you're playing well or if you're playing badly, then that has happened to me a few times now.
Have you played online? Have you played the?
Yeah, the GHTV. Yes, I have. This weekend actually they had the old catalogue unlocked
Oh,
for
really?
you to play without having to use plays.
Okay.
So you do, and I think that is a great thing. Like some people are like, yeah, but you have to pay to play. You have to use real money to get plays and stuff like that if you want. But like you could just go on one of the I think we have the one station at the moment unlocked. But I think you get more as you get. I think you get another station or something when you level up a few more.
Okay.
I'm level 4 at the moment, but I do like the fact is you could just go on the station and just play the songs that are played though. But then there's like a catalogue. I think there's like over 200 songs at the moment, but they're adding more on a regular basis. So they are.
Mhm.
And there's a good bunch of songs that I recognise there. Some is like, nah, not so sure about these songs, but there's like a good mixture of bands you know of and songs you like. Like they've got Green Day, American Idiot. They've got Rush. They've got Red Hot Chili Peppers, Higher Ground. Got Soundgarden, Spoon Man,
Mhm.
and stuff like just certain bands you know of, and certain songs you might or might not know of.
That sounds
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's actually I actually really do dig that, like the fact that you don't really need to play for the DLC pretty much.
Mhm.
You just go on the station and pay what's being played, and once you get to level 6 you get this premium and you go premium shows or whatever. I haven't progressed that far yet, so I don't know what's included in there now. If it's like extra songs or
Mhm.
whatever the case may be, but yeah, I'm actually really liking it at the moment though. It's just nice to play a rhythm game again with this guitar and just learning it all over again. And
Yeah.
I looked at a few videos of certain songs played on expert and hot and advanced. I was like, yep, they're gonna be fucking tricky as hell to play.
Mhm. Of course.
Because you're gonna have to have there's like you have to press all 3 buttons and also go really fast, like having like one or two in the upper lower level, and moving your thing around. Just the good thing is at least you don't really have to use your pinky though. You don't have to like move over now because you have your 3 fingers
Mhm. Covering everything. Yeah.
just covering everything. You just have to it just gets a bit used to having to switch from top to bottom. And also there's certain chords you have to have both buttons of that section
Yeah.
pressed down as well. It has like the black and white, you square, indicating you basically have to have them both hold down in strum to indicate it though. But yeah, I'm actually quite digging it this far. I'm glad I got it. Because the reason I got it though is because it was at a great price. It was like £55, and that's for a game of guitar. And I was like, and that game only came out like a few weeks ago, and prices for it is like it's like £70 to £80 regular price for it pretty much. So I got saved it there. So I recommend you get it though once it goes down in price.
Yeah, go see how much it is on Amazon.
Because there's nothing much else to come out. Like you probably might get might be on sale over the Christmas season, perhaps.
Yeah, I might ask that for Christmas. I was looking for something to ask, so maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it at the moment.
Cool.
And that's pretty much it though. We've already gone through some of the games I played though with yourself though. So I think that's pretty much all I have to talk about though. I don't really have anything else. Like I've played a few other things, but I can't really.
Nothing else
off the top of my head. Like I played Game of Thrones, like we mentioned it briefly though, but like I got up to episode 5 of it now. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
I went back to Borderlands 2, played a bit of it as well, but that's like don't really need to talk about it.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, that's it for another episode. This is actually under 2 hours, surprisingly.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be doing a Game of the Year one, like we always do. We always tend to do the Game of the Year, podcast. We'll go through our, favorite games of the year, some of our memorable mentions, and not so, our disappointing games. I'll be looking forward to hearing what you and Derek's favorite games are and not so favorite games are. I know certain games going to be probably Derek's most disappointing game of the year. A game that I have to go back to, and a game that the one person that I did not expect of the three of us to actually have finished has it finished, and that's yourself. Talking about The Witcher 3.
Yep. I finished it.
Yeah, after 100 hours, I think it was.
Yep, something like that.
I really need to get back to it though. I might not bother with it until I'm off again in the new year. I think I'm just going to leave it for the time being. But yeah, that's it for another podcast. I forget what episode this is. I think it's episode 66. I could be completely wrong. I didn't even mention the name of the episode at the start.
Okay.
But anyway, thank you, Dennis, for joining me once again.
Thank you.
It's only 3.5 hours now, nearly coming up to Fallout 4.
For you, yeah. That's coming
for
up.
myself. We'll talk about Fallout 4 probably in our Game of the Year podcast.
No, I will surely talk about Fallout 4 in the Game of the Year podcast.
I'll be pleasantly surprised if it's not your Game of the Year.
Yeah, me too. I'll be very surprised.
But yeah, I'll be talking about it. And I'll be talking about Bloodborne, the DLC, and stuff like that. And in the Game of the Year, that'll probably be in January when I'm off again. So yeah. But anyway, follow us on Twitter.
Yep.
You know the score. Just DarwM85.
DBoyDan on Twitter.
You can follow Derek at GigaStormZ. And stay tuned for the Game of the Year podcast sometime in January. So goodbye and good day. Ciao Bella.
I'm going to the wasteland.